with Dr. Julie Chen for our health segment of the day. You are our resident doctor. What would we do without you?
Thanks for having me again.
Thank you for being here. And today we're talking about after you deliver a baby. For all of you new moms out there and new dads as well,
yes.
so that you guys can work together as a team, what are some things you can do to stay healthy once the baby's been born?
So the most important thing is to definitely go to all of your doctor's visits to make sure, yes.
Even though you haven't slept,
yes.
your boobs may hurt, so
yes.
that's too much information.
Yes. Make sure that you're all ready for the breastfeeding, that the baby is doing well.
Okay.
Make sure that everything is up to par as far as what you need to have at home. If any questions that you may have, make sure that you're talking to the pediatrician or obstetrician at the follow-ups. And what's very important is to keep in mind that if you are feeling some depressive symptoms, the postpartum depression, that you make sure you talk to your doctors about it, because a lot of women unfortunately are scared or ashamed, or they don't know what the feelings are, and they think they're just maybe a little sad or moody because they're not getting enough sleep. Just early on, not hesitate to talk to the doctors, because they will give you guidance as to see whether the feelings that you're feeling are normal or not. And even if it is depression, it can be normal in the sense that you just need it to be addressed.
How do you know though? I mean, that's what's hard about it, is that like, you could just be exhausted, right?
Right.
How do you know if you're depressed? Or I guess there's different levels, right? Because you can be severely pissed off. Well, that's definitely depressed. That's its own category. But if you're just a little sad, or not that you don't love your baby,
right?
But if you're just a little sad because it's overwhelming,
right?
Is that considered? That's considered depression,
that's a great
right?
question. That's a great question, and that's what I mean about going to the doctor to find out. Because even questions like that are great questions is too vague to know for any given person. Like when you're sad, it could be the beginnings of postpartum depression.
Yeah.
It could just be you're tired and there's in-laws in the house and you're not quite sure what to do with your husband who's confused too, etc. Right?
My husband's definitely confused. He's like, what's happening? My wife has become this person, right, for the last 10 months.
And it's a new dynamic, and so it's really important to see the doctor, because it's difficult to answer that question in the sense that unless you have the actual patient in front of you. Again, I'm a big believer of no cookie cutter medicine. You treat the person, and so you have to look at the situation that they are in, the family situation, the financial situation, etc., and take a look at, is this more something that there is an appropriate reaction to the environment, or is this really a part of postpartum depression, or is it both? You know, so it really, that's why I was stressing that you really should be going to your follow-ups, and just make sure that you see your doctor as a team player, someone that you depend on for answers to questions that you have, and to not bear on your own, because you're already bearing enough. You're breastfeeding, you're not sleeping, you're taking care of babies.
Your doctor is your doctor, right?
Right.
Help you through that phase. Yeah, don't be scared to ask questions, because some physicians are kind of like, they're on that clock, you know, they've got like 2 minutes. But I think that, you know, you've got to find the right doctor that's willing to, like Dr. Julie, who's willing to be there for you.
And I think most physicians, if not all of the physicians that I'm in contact with, even when they're busy, when you say, hold on, I really am concerned about this, they sit back down and they say, let's talk. Most docs go into medicine because they care. And so to utilize that, you know, a lot of times, yes, they're busy, but to just say, look, I really need help right now, all the physicians I know would sit back down and talk to you. You can't get the help that you need or the answers that you need if they're not aware. So just, it's a team effort. I always tell my patients that the patient is the most important person in the treatment team. And so we don't go home with you, we don't force feed you healthy food, and we don't know the questions that you have. So it's really important to be vocal and to be that team player, that where we can provide you the information that you need, but you have to ask it first.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, that makes me feel better already. All right, guys, if you have any questions, you can go over to our website at daysdesarraw.com and click on Dr. Julie, and she can answer some of your preguntas, as we say in Spanish, some of your questions. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, and we'll be right back.